right there, isn't it? Crazy. You know what it is? A couple grand, but not gonna lie, a couple grand isn't. A few grand isn't hard to save. It is, but if you put your mind to it, it's really not. It's so easy to spend money.
Yeah,
but when you actually get the mindset of saving and not going out and not spending money,
you'd be surprised how quickly it adds up.
You can save money so quickly.
In a weekend.
When you need to save, when you got something to pay for, like when I bought a new car, I had money in like fucking just a month and a half.
Yeah.
And that's just because for that month, for a couple of months, you just have it in mind, don't fucking spend money.
Well, that's the thing. If you have that mindset for like 20 years with a well-paid job, that could be the difference between having like saving 100 grand or 200 grand.
But the thing is, even if you're earning £10 an hour, you can earn, even if you're earning 400 quid a week, you can save money pretty easily. Enough to invest.
Rent is hard though.
Yeah.
Your rent's not massive, is it?
100 quid a week.
Yeah. That's quite a lot actually. Ain't cheap.
No.
Ain't cheap.
It's still quite cheap.
You could live. And your thing is away quite a lot as well, isn't it?
Sometimes in the summer they are. But then, that is everything. I don't have to buy food if I don't really have to. I do though, obviously.
Do you go butchers?
Yeah, we always go butchers.
I always go butchers. Once you start going, you're like, why was I not going here before?
We've always had butchers, mate. Get chicken and stuff from shops. Chicken breasts and like chicken stuff. Chicken.
Makes you realise though.
Sausage we always get from butchers. Joints of beef, steaks. The steaks are the different. I'd never buy a supermarket steak.
I'd never buy any of the supermarket meat now. It just doesn't make you feel as good.
Only chicken. Chicken's fine.
The chicken's alright, but things like the lamb, nah.
Nah. It's nice. I still eat it, but it's 100% better from butchers.
I had these.
And it's better to support your local butchers.
Yeah, I think it is. I think they care. Like their sole job is selling meat. Yeah, I think they care far more about the meat, where it comes from, the quality and everything that supermarkets do.
Of course.
Because the meat's just one out of like thousands of things the supermarket sells. So.
Well, they just want cheap meat. Supermarkets aren't cheap.
Have you heard about like the mass farming? The factory farming stuff, even with the animals. Apparently there'll just be these huge warehouse things where these pigs are just shoved in, basically living on top of each other, got no room to roam, and that's where a lot of the supermarket meat comes from. I watched this thing on the Lad Bible, and he was this undercover guy working in slaughterhouses, and he just said some of the disgusting things you see. Like the cows are all lined up, so like 20 cows will see their friends just getting executed as they get pushed down the line. No,
I've been in a slaughterhouse. I've seen cows being slaughtered before.
You seen cows being slaughtered before?
Yeah, I've been in a slaughterhouse. I used to work in an abattoir and I had a little tour of it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I had interesting.
How dark did it look when you saw them?
Fine.
It was fine.
It didn't bother me, to be honest.
It didn't bother you?
It's fairly humane. Like, they don't... Not really, mate. At the end of the day, they're fucking... I eat meat. I can understand if a vegan and someone went in there, I can understand why they wouldn't like it. But
how did they kill it?
It's a bolt for the head. And like they're dead within seconds and then it gets dropped and they slit its throat.
That's a pretty painless death then.
Very.
Does it go like... Rah! Does it make a noise?
It's just fucking fidget a bit and they go mad as they walk in, but...
They go mad as they walk in?
Yeah, they just...
Do they know?
I don't know.
That's the thing. I think some animals aren't as stupid as we think. Like, they can sense when they're in
danger.
But
at the end of the day, that's what they're brought up to do. That's why they farm them.
Well, that's the thing. I think...
And if you don't like it, don't eat meat.
Exactly.
Don't complain about it if you're still willing to eat meat.
The thing that annoys me are the people that eat meat, but they hate the thought of any animals ever dying. Yeah. I always feel like with the meat eating thing, there's a certain sacrifice. You have to understand the sacrifice of eating meat. And some people just don't.
Some animals are there to be pets and some are there for...
Yeah, for our food.
Yeah.
To serve us.
Cows are not a pet. They don't have... Farmers might say different, but
no.
They're not pets, are they?
The thing I've always thought about elephants, right, and rhinos, like I love elephants and rhinos. They're amazing in the wild. We need to protect them. But, you know they're going extinct, right? The African elephant could be extinct in like 20 years. I watched this documentary on Netflix. Wild as fuck. But surely, to save them, why don't we just start eating them? Because think, cows aren't going extinct, are they? Pigs aren't going extinct. Chickens aren't going extinct.
There wouldn't be that much meat on a fucking elephant, would there?
What? Mate, they weigh 5 tons.
They're all tough, though.
Well,
muscle
apparently,
and fat.
we researched this like a week ago. Apparently, the elephant meat tastes like venison. You know, deer meat.
Yeah, venison's nice.
Because when I was at my grandma's, we had this venison meat,
Venison is
burgers, and it tastes pretty good.
Venison is nice. I like venison.
So yeah, do you know what I mean though? Like, why don't if there's money to be made out of eating them,
Again, the elephants shouldn't be eaten.
why?
I just don't think they should.
I mean, I agree with you. It's a bit weird eating them, but it could save the species.
They wouldn't save them. I don't see why we don't. We could quite easily farm them and let them out.
Yeah, but there's no money to be made. How are they making the money then? When they're eating the meat, you sell the meat. There's like businesses. Like look at the cattle industry. Big businesses get involved, and they'll just breed them loads, and they'll just make thousands of them. Because imagine if elephants actually go extinct in our lifetime, and we're like, oh fuck, why didn't we not stop that?
Well, we will.
They might, because the Chinese, they love the ivory.
Yeah.
They have all these ivory shops.
Yeah, they're fucking worth loads, ivory.
And in China, there's like a government quota of how much ivory can be sold a year, but they go over it. Like, I watched this documentary. Like they just ignore it completely. They produce like hundreds of times more ivory. They sell like hundreds of times. They kind of turn a blind eye to it. Yeah, rhinos as well. Rhinos can fuck. Have you seen how big, strong rhinos are?
Yeah.
They can fuck you up.
Big time.
They can run super fast. They can run like 30 miles an hour. And their skin's so thick, it's like armour. Like lions don't fuck with rhinos, really.
And hippos.
Yeah, hippos are dangerous.
Massive. The jaws of them are mad. They open like near enough vertical, don't they?
Yeah, they're huge.
180 degrees.
You see a hippo opening his mouth, it's like literally a 2 metre mouth.
Their teeth are huge.
Couldn't fight a hippo off. No way.
You see them like when they chuck stuff like melons and stuff to like crush, and they literally crush it.
So easily.
Effortless.
So easily.
Effortless. Imagine that's your skull, mate.
Oh.
Imagine that's you. They
Oh.
crush you.
Like they
Effortless.
if you like kayaking or like you're near them and stuff, like they've been known to like attack kayaks and attack boats.
Yeah.
If you're in a kayak against that, you are fucked.
No.
You have a paddle, but good luck. There's no way you can fight that off.
Way too tough.
Yeah,
The
far.
baseball bat. I don't.
No, what size dog? Obviously, you don't want to hurt a dog, but what size dog do you reckon you could beat in a fight?
Most.
You reckon you could beat most dogs?
With a weapon, yeah.
No weapon, just fist.
I don't know. Bullies, mate. I don't reckon you would. They lock their jaw as well, don't they?
Yeah, some dogs.
Jaw, you're not getting off. Yeah, like bulldogs.
What about a Labrador?
Yeah.
You reckon you can have a Labrador in a fight?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
They're quite strong.
Fucking take a boot to the head and flinch a bit.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I've been bitten by a little. I met a scar down there. That one.
What dog did you get bitten by?
Mate, it was a comedy. If someone filmed it, it would be a comedy. It would go viral.
What happened?
Well, I was just walking down the road, and this little dog, real chubby like Jack Russell, chubby as fuck, horrible little yappy thing. I hate yappy dogs. It was yapping at me, and the owner had it off the fucking lead and ran up to me, bit my leg, and literally I was running around a car. This dog just chased me. I was literally running around a car in Allen. Right, if someone's looking out the window watching it, they'd be creasing.
What dog was it?
A tiny little fat Jack Russell, mate. It was horrible, yappy little thing, and I hate
I hate Jack Russells.
Oh,
They're
mate,
annoying.
They're so annoying.
They're so aggressive.
They're aggressive.
Jack
they're yappy,
Russells
and it's
are
tiny.
so
Like, I tell
aggressive.
you what, like if I wish I kicked it,
Yeah, I would have booted it.
but you just can't.
Yeah, you can.
But I could
Not- not too
I could have
hard.
had that dog put down.
Not too hard. And take him to court.
I could have done.
Cool.
And I still say it about me, and she's always tries to say hello to me, and I just fucking blank her. She didn't even apologise to me.
The woman?
No.
The owner of
didn't
the
even
dog?
say sorry.
What did
got
she
it-
say?
She got under nothing. She said, ooh. And I don't know if she knew who bit me or not.
She was
I
like,
didn't say
"Ooh."
anything. At the time, looking back, I wish I went fucking mental at her.
Yeah. Well, you could have just been like £200.
That was a kid.
Or I'm
though,
going to the
then. That was a
RSPCA.
kid or something.
So do the RSPCA, if someone gets bit by a dog, does the
Yeah, but-
RSPCA, do they come round and kill the dog?
Like, if especially if it's a kid, it'll be put down.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we used to have this dog when I was younger. I was like 8 years old. I was on my sofa. I fell asleep. I rolled off, fell onto the dog. He woke up and bit my face. So we didn't get it put down, but we got rid of it. We
But to be
had to give
fair,
it to someone else.
that was probably just out of shock.
Yeah, that's what I said to my mum and dad. I was like, that's so unfair. I literally fell off a sofa and landed on the
Like,
dog.
that's just shock. He's
Yeah.
half asleep in a dream.
It was like I attacked him,
Yeah, literally.
because that would hurt. How much?
Yeah, that would fucking annoy you. And
That
that's
would
like one
hurt.
of if someone fucking jumped on you while you're asleep on the floor, you'd probably punch them.
But imagine that's
And
why.
it'd just be your first instinct. You'd just like throw an elbow or something, wouldn't you?
Think of the conversation though. The reason why you're selling your dog is like, oh, why are you getting rid of it? It's like,
Is it
oh,
bit
you
like
know, nothing, just bit my child in the face.
I'm guessing she didn't tell him that bit.
I don't know. I never asked. I think you should though, out of honesty. So what if they got children?
To be fair, I think that dog was well in its right.
What about an
Well,
Alsatian?
isn't it?
I think an
I do like
Alsatian.
Alsatians.
An Alsatian would fuck you up. Fuck anyone up. No?
Yeah. Huskies, I reckon, would.
There's a reason.
German Shepherds are
Yeah.
fucking.
You know,
beasts.
Alsatians and German Shepherds are the same dog. We looked it up. It's just two different names.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's why the police use them all.
Yeah.
When they're trying to look for a suspect on
Oh.
those police action shows,
I love the police
right?
dog.
And he's in the field, they can't find him. They literally shout or let the dog off, and they just let the dog off, and they just proper bites the person's arm.
When you can adopt,
It's
like,
good power, isn't it?
you can adopt like the old like forces and service dogs, can't you? And they're like the most well-trained dogs.
Yeah, they're highly trained.
Unbelievable. And it's so weird because you can say, if they're like police dogs and they've been trained like drugs and all that, if you just say the word cocaine up, they like light up. If you say the word weed, they just light up.
No, they do.
Yeah, they do. It's so funny, mate.
That's hilarious. Well, those spaniels, the sniffer dogs, like they sniff bombs. I mean, what the fuck does
Mate,
a bomb
I had-
smell
I
of?
tell you what,
How do you know what I mean? They have heightened sense of
them
smell.
fucking sniffer dogs. We were in college one day, and I had an 8 for me, and I didn't realise we had this like lecture thing, and they would bring police dogs and shit into like the lecture room, swear down, but they were trainee dogs, and I walked in, you know, with an 8 in my bag, and stoned as fuck. We were like in the air, and then like the police walk in, we were like, right. And then the dog's on leash, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. And like, well, we're just having a little talk and like a little demonstration. And I was like, fucking hell, what a way to get kicked out of college, isn't it? Get snipped out.
Did anything happen?
They had fake.
I would have
they
just
had,
said,
like,
"God,
fakes.
why don't you just go to the
They had,
toilet
like,
and flush
fake-
the
They had
weed?"
like fake packages and stuff.
You should
And
have.
then luckily the police they sent us out for a break before they did the demonstration. So we had a break, and one of my mates at Smoking, I was like, mate, you got to take this.
So you had
So I
the
go back
police
down, I'm like,
sniffer dog
Mate, we got sniffer.
in your class.
Mate, we got sniffer dogs, and then
That's
literally,
hilarious.
as we got back in, they did this demonstration. They had like these fake packages and stuff, like weed, cocaine, and stuff that's had like the scent to it, and it did smell of weed because you could smell it. They literally put it on the end of our like queue, like our like row of seats, and they put it there. And they could have well easily sniffed me out.
Do you reckon they knew? The dog knew.
Well, mate, they placed it for probably not because it's just smelled the package. But they were at their we were sat at the top of like their lecture theatre. It's quite a big lecture theatre, and they're at the bottom. And as soon as it got put there, like their smell, like it's amazing how quick they sniff them out. They literally just go up the rows, and as soon as they find it, just like sit down and just like.
That's outrageous.
No.
That's out the
But I've also been in Boomtown and Edstead dogs with like 50 pills and cocaine up my ass, and they didn't sniff me out.
Lovely.
And I had pills in a cereal box and a box full of Wheatos.
Yeah, that's quite wild.
But the festival dogs again, they're like young, like trainee dogs. They're not actually that good, are they?
Not serious. The police dogs are.
They only really sniff out the proper bait people that just bring like fucking half ounce of weed and like
I watched this
wrapped in
documentary
tinfoil.
and
all my
loads,
dogs are vat packed as well.
loads of the dealers, they smuggle drugs into festivals, but they pay the security,
Yeah,
and the security guards go and
100%.
do it.
like we had the guys next to us. They were like proper like big time drug dealers. Like the amount they had was just unreal. Like no way is that taken in without like help. Like the amount they had a tent full of nos. Like I mean they had thousands of nos. We would buy nos of them the whole weekend. They were never short. And they had one tent that was empty, which was full of like their drugs. Mate, the nos I've never seen so much nos in my life. And that was not. You cannot sneak that in. That is got in.
Yeah.
100%. And you're allowed 16-year-olds if you're with adults. They had a 16-year-old each. and they would just run around the festival just selling them.
Yeah, that's a business. That's a real business. Probably shouldn't say.
They earned fucking peas that weekend.
Mm.
Unreal. Because Nos is expensive as well. They were doing a good deals. We ended up getting quite friendly with them, but they probably weren't friendly with us. They just liked our money. I don't know. Don't know enough.
Do you think that it's all about profit now?
Yeah.
A lot of our economy is.
100%.
You know, we have one of the biggest financial sectors in the world.
Why we're doing well though.
One of the biggest, yeah.
Nothing's free.
You got to think where that all
It's gotta be
came
worth your
from.
time.
Bro, the way I see it, 150 years ago, the British Empire, right? It was one of the biggest empires in history. Like by land mass, by land area, it was like one of the biggest. But basically, that's only 150 years ago. You have this massive empire, yeah, controlling loads of countries. Like we controlled a lot of India. Think in 150 years, money doesn't change hands that much, even between families, other than like inheritance tax. But it stays within families, the money. So that money stays
That
within
money's
countries
itself.
as well.
I haven't had anyone else.
We're still rich off of the like our empire days. You know that. That's wild, isn't it?
Mm.
We used to be the most powerful country in the world by fucking miles, for a point.
We're not
But
far off.
All empires come to an end.
We're still quite powerful.
Yeah,
Considering how small we are.
Yeah, sixth richest country in the world, sixth or seventh, I think. And
You know what the richest country is? Pretty sure it's Luxembourg, isn't it?
Huh?
I thought it was Luxembourg. It's not. You know.
Of course, it's not Luxembourg.
Yes, it is, 'cause
Luxembourg's
it's done
tiny. The richest, what, by GDP, it's America. It's the United States of America.
Is it though?
China too. I have 100%. Look, I'll Google it once.
Are you pausing it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
No, don't say. Oh, there's no internet connection. Hang on. Richest country in the world. What? Oh, that's GDP per person. That's what Luxembourg's the richest country in the world in terms of GDP per person. The average person in Luxembourg earns $118,000.
Fucking hell.
Mate, Ireland's
But-
third. The average person in Ireland earns $94,000.
But what you're doing it to, but you can't base like America on being rich because they just, you know,
You know,
it's
by
what,
gross
10
domestic
times
product,
the size.
GDP, the share of the world's economy, the United States has 24% of the world's economy of the GDP. China have 15%, Japan have 6%, Germany have 5%, India have...
Wait, what are the English or like British on the GDP? Like with Luxembourg and Ireland?
Hang on,
Probably not that great, is it?
let me just turn the screen the other way. United Kingdom, we have 1.7% of GDP, I think. Oh no. We have 3.
What's our average GDP per person?
We have 3.2% of the world's GDP. The French have 3%.
What is it per person over there?
I think it's about £30,000.
It's not amazing.
No.
About 30,000.
Average salary United Kingdom is £52,000. The most typical earnings £33,000. What is the average?
50,000's nice. 50,000's comfortable.
That's a lot. Okay,
30,000.
median annual earnings for full-time employees in the United Kingdom. This is Statista.com. It's a good website. £30,000, £30,300 in 2019
I mean,
a
you're
month.
comfortable with a basic lifestyle.
You could be comfortable with that. Rent's expensive
Yeah,
these
but
days,
you're
though.
comfortable in a basic lifestyle. You still got to budget pretty hard on that.
Yeah, you're not
30,000.
you're not
You can
balling.
afford a holiday, yeah.
You're not balling.
A holiday, yeah, and like, necessities, like everything you need.
Mm.
You get in the right house. You rent a nice house.
Do you see the Marcus Rashford thing? He raised like all that money for the kids.
No,
He got the government to turn round, and
Bad, isn't it?
yeah, you started smoking again.
Not completely.
You have
No,
quit for 11 days and you're back smoking.
No, I'm not.
You are. Well, why? That's weak. You're weak. Why are you being
It's
weak-minded?
just socially.
Mate, have some goddamn discipline, sir. You don't need it. Don't know. Be alright. But yeah, that Rashford thing was mental, wasn't it?
Did you see all that stuff about Saka and Rashford
No.
since they missed the penalty?
No. Oh, what about everyone supporting them?
Yeah. Well, one, obviously the comments they got like the racism, but two, the support. Do you see the Tottenham fans?
No.
Biggest rival of like Saka, obviously Tottenham Arsenal, and they like had flags up, just like giving him his support basically.
That's nice. See, football fans can behave like
You
normal
can-
human beings
they do,
sometimes,
Yeah.
but
But then the same game, Man City fans were putting down an LGBT Tottenham flag.
terrible. There's always some fans
and
that
that
let them
probably
down.
got
But-
more publicity.
With football, right? In the cricket and rugby, both fans go and sit with each other and they're civilised. Why can't football
That's why
fans
the
do
atmosphere
it?
is good though.
Hmm?
The atmosphere is good at the rugby.
Why? Because it's quite. No, it's
you need
not.
hostility.
You know, I was at
Football's hostile.
I was at Twickenham, Scotland, like 5 years ago,
It's a good atmosphere.
and you could talk this loudly and hear each other the whole time. The I thought the atmosphere was a little bit dead. For the
There's a-
crowd size, it was a
Like,
little bit
the
dead.
national anthems are good, and then every now and then they'll sing "Swing Low" when they.
Yeah, the swing low, but it's not like everyone's screaming. It's like everyone's like swing
Yeah,
low.
everyone talks.
It's more like a school
But in
choir.
football, it's
the level
shouted.
you're on.
There's more passion in it.
There's far more
you don't
passion.
stand up and clap when they score a try.
No,
You know, you end up 5 goals in front.
you scream.
They're like, yeah.
Is there a lot of violence at the
Depends.
football?
Depends who you're watching, what game you're watching.
Have you ever witnessed violence?
Yeah, Scotland, England's the worst.
Yeah. Is there a lot of fighting?
Mm.
It's because the
Scotland,
Scot.
England games are mad.
Why do the Scottish just hate the English still? Well, for some war
English,
like 800
most of
years
them are
ago.
English,
It doesn't make any
England,
sense.
England provoke it, 100%. England start it all.
See, it's funny you being on the Scottish side. You think that you're blaming England a lot.
No, it happens.
kind
though.
of predictable.
England have a reputation, don't they? Do it everywhere they go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they used to be, and like
Still are.
in the 80s, we used to be
Still
like
are.
the dons of football hooligans, weren't we? Our fans were the best, but now,
Still are.
no, we're not still are.
Yeah,
Look at the
we are.
Russians.
Yeah, but they're
Mate, the
paid-
Russians
they're paid
are on-
fighters.
They're
They're
another
not actual
level.
they're not football supporters. They'd only go there for a fight.
So,
They're not football
yeah, but
supporters.
mate, the Russian football
And they're
fans.
paid fighters.
Yeah, what do
They
you
get
reckon?
paid to go out there.
Do you think
English
Putin
hooligan
pays them?
It's just your standard fucking.
Who's paying them? Is the Russian government paying them? They very
Just
well could
fighting.
be.
Fighting.
Mm.
Like 6 years ago.
And did
But
you see
the
this?
English and the Scottish and all that? It is just purely the standard Joe works on site, works wherever, works in an office,
Mhm.
and just likes to get pissed up at the weekends. Goes to watch his local team.
What was it? The Euros 2018 when the Russians,
Bit
like,
like what?
like their football. You've
Euros
seen the
were this year.
videos. They came out and they just looked like fucking ninjas. The way they were fighting, they were.
2016,
They
yeah.
did look like they could all fight professionally.
Yeah,
And some of them
England just had England fucking, to be fair, they put up a good fight. It looked like absolute scenes.
It
Wasn't
was
there?
absolute
I know people who
scenes.
were there as well.
It was
and it
pa-
was absolute like chaos for the whole fucking.
It was Paris, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you see
No, I
some?
must say.
Did you see some of the videos?
Mm.
The like the chairs were getting through. People got fucked up. Some people got put in comas from those football violence. The Russians came in
There was
hard.
2 Liverpool fans when they were playing out in Rome for the semi-final, quarter-final Champions League, and 2 Liverpool fans got stabbed. Italian hooligans, or Roman hooligans.
Really?
Stabbed outside the game. They'd gone to watch their team,
Mm-hmm.
and they come home get stabbed.
So the violence over there is pretty bad as well. Then
It's just everywhere, mate. Football hooligans huge.
it's just crime. I didn't realise it was still huge.
Yeah.
It's not still huge in this country, is it?
Yeah.
You think?
Goes on a lot. Still a lot of it. Especially now, this season, it seems to be quite fucking tasty.
Did you ever watch that football hooligan film, Green Street?
Yeah. Seen the loads.
That was a crazy
All
film,
three of
wasn't
them.
it?
Third one's shit.
Good film.
The
What?
third one's
I thought there was only one.
No.
How's the second
Three.
one?
The second one's good.
Mm,
They're in prison.
crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
Prison.
The first one's the best, though.
Have I been bitten?
What about that TikTok thing then?
No, what?
I think that's a good place to talk about it.
With the racism? What happened?
Yeah. I'll let you explain.
Well, I didn't see it. You saw it on yours.
Oh, nah.
Basically, you reported what was clearly a very racist video you saw. You reported it to TikTok, and they sent you an email back saying it didn't violate their community guidelines on racism.
Couldn't have
And
been,
I saw the video. It was just the most racist thing.
it couldn't have been more racist who tried.
No, it was disgustingly racist. Like, I was like, how could someone even ever make this? Yeah. Yet according to TikTok, it didn't violate their community guidelines. But we're doing a little thing, aren't we? Huh? What are we trying to do? What's our little plan?
Well, we originally tried to send it to...
I wrote a letter to the papers, see whether we could sell them a story. So I think that's the way it goes. Bit of old-fashioned journalism bait.
Might try and bribe TikTok now.
You try to bribe TikTok.
Yeah, so phone them.
Yeah, they're worth like multi-billion pound company. I reckon they'll take your bribe. 500 quid.
Fuck right up.
Worth it. But yeah. Oh, it's nice out here. Nice clean top you got on there.
Alright.